What is up, guys? My name's AK, and in today's video I've got some really exciting news about the changes that are being made to the Challenger system for competitive Call of Duty next year. Now, last night the CDL actually tweeted out the changes that are being made. They put a link to the website, so I thought what I'd do in this video is I'd go through them all and give my opinions and explain them for those of you that maybe aren't sure what they actually are. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we are. This is the tweet that they put out. Basically, it says the CDL will bring new ways for aspiring Challengers players to compete and get noticed, which I guess is good. That's the whole idea of the Challengers, and they leaked a few of the things that are coming up: the Scouting Series, Challengers Cups, and Challengers Elite. So what I thought I'd do is I'd go through and offer my opinions on what I think about the changes. But the first thing I did want to mention, in the replies to this tweet, you can see we've got the Subliners, Atlanta FaZe, London, and a whole load of other actual CDL teams. So the fact that they're all replying to this could suggest that maybe next year we'll be seeing a few more academy teams, especially with what the Scouting Series brings along. But I'll get to that in a bit. So the Challengers is going to work pretty much the same as it did last year, but with a few extra bits on top. So you're still going to have the Pro Point matches, you're still going to have the 2K tournaments and the home series if they're going ahead. I'm guessing probably online. I haven't heard anything about any happening sort of in real life or like on a LAN, I suppose. They're still going ahead, but it's changed and now we've got a few extra bits on top. So first of all, I wanted to start with the Call of Duty Challengers Scouting Series. So what is this? It's essentially an invite-only event that's going to happen in December, from December the 15th to December the 18th. And essentially, it's the top players from last year that played in Challengers, those with the most Challengers, like most Pro Points. And they're essentially being invited to an event where coaches and sort of the teams behind the actual CDL teams, so London, Huntsman, all of the big CDL teams, their coaches are going to essentially, it's almost like eights. You're going to pick players and sort of random pick players, build teams, and then they're going to sort of battle it out, I guess, and try and get their name out there. So I really like this idea, although the only thing I do fear, and I think this was mentioned by a few people, is with the format, the fact that it's eights, people are going to be sort of going for the kills and not exactly playing to win the game, just because that is their opportunity to sort of shine, I suppose. So they're going to want to make sure that they are. Other than that, it does seem like a good idea. Now, I will add this is for NA and EU only. In this new update or the new announcement that they've made, there is actually nothing about the APAC region. And I know it is sort of the smallest of the three regions by a fair amount, and there wasn't really much competition in it last year with Renegades winning pretty much everything. But yeah, there is no real announcements for that. So none of this actually applies to them, which I suppose if you don't live there, you don't really care. But if you are an APAC player, then yeah, that might be a bit of an issue. Now finally, these events aren't actually going to be streamed on the official channel, but all the players will stream, so hopefully they're not going to put them at the same time as another event, just so that the Challengers can get the viewership as opposed to being masked by another big Call of Duty event going on that weekend. So overall, the Challenger Scouting Series does look like a really good thing. Now, unfortunately, it's in December, which means it's going to be based entirely off last year's performance. And I mean, I know I don't even turn 18 until January, but that does mean even if I did turn 18, there's no way I'd be able to compete because it's all based on last year's performance, which for the older sort of veteran Challengers players, as much as it's only been on for 1 year, you know what I mean, the older players that have been playing for a few years, it's potentially quite beneficial for them, but for the newer people that are trying to get into it, it doesn't really mean very much. Moving on, the next thing they announced was the Call of Duty Challengers Elite, and now this is essentially a thing for the best top teams in both Europe and North America, not APAC again, unfortunately, but it's essentially a set of tournaments. I think it's a multi-week competition for the top teams to sort of really show who's the best there, and again, this will help with the scouting for the players to hopefully join CDL teams. Now, it said these tournaments will have dedicated prize pools, and also select matches will actually be streamed on the official Call of Duty YouTube channel, which is going to be really big because quite a lot of the viewership comes from there. For people that don't watch it live, they can watch it sort of on demand. So I think that's really good that it's actually going to get some airtime on the main channel. Now, the way this will work, it's essentially the teams that are ranked top on Challengers points for the year. I believe it's this year. I don't think it's last year. But for those that are ranked really well, they sort of go into a qualifying tournament, and then the top teams from the qualifying tournament will go into the Challengers Elite. So it'll be a good thing to watch, see what teams actually can make this. Again, for me personally, being that I don't turn 18 until January, that's going to set me back a month or two with just being able to obtain pro points and challengers points. So I have a feeling maybe not this year, especially with school going on and all that. I've got a bit much on my plate this year. Maybe next year, if I can get enough for the scouting tournament. Hopefully next year, if they do continue this, which I hope they do, provided it's a good system. Only sort of time will tell. But yeah, I think next year will be where I might actually be able to compete at this sort of thing. So that's about it for today's video. Hopefully you guys like the changes that have been made to the challenger system. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, or on Twitter. There'll be a link to that in the description. So thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to smash the like button, and I'll catch you all soon. Have a good one.